This is the type of view that you're going to get. They also play a lot of cricket in this area. It's called Tree House for a reason because there's a tree right there. So that's a mango tree that's... As a traveler, I like to take people on different experiences, and today know what, drive through the country area, and we're in St. Elizabeth. So I'm taking you to this nice resort so you can see it and see what the layout is like and everything like that. So let's get going. Welcome to another episode of Kareem's Quest. I love the support that you guys showing me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on TikTok. And you can also view my website, kareemsquest.com. So today we are at Lashings Resort, and they have this boutique hotel, which is a nice, more upscale type thing. So boutique hotels are more upscale, and they kind of set out with a little sense of distinguishability. You get me? Where you can look at the rooms, and the rooms are kind of tailored in a more luxurious type way, then, so to speak. So the name boutique, it sounds fancy already. All right. So let's get going. I'm going into one of the rooms now that's called Big Bamboo. Now it's kind of hidden, and it's like you're isolated from every little thing. You're walking through these lovely trees, pine trees. And let's look at this area right here. This is like a real treehouse type setting. So I guess this is a higher level room than the artist room. The artist room can be just, you know, an entry level room. This might be like a suite. So you have your area, your lounge area, and you can sit down, and if you notice, they made space for this tree to grow, so you still feel at one with nature, and you definitely feel a level of privacy here. So this is really private, and how they allow the trees, okay, good, how they allow the trees to kind of cover up the area is lovely. Okay, so this is the Big Bamboo. And if you notice, they use bamboo a lot. So for the bed frame, it's bamboo. For the sofa frame, it's also bamboo that is used. And they use bamboo along the outskirts as well. And now we can come into the bathroom area. So this now is the open concept bathroom. Immediately facing you is a mirror. Good. So this is the open concept bathroom area. And if you look at the ground, you know, you can even just see, I love how they use the tile on the ground. So I love how they use the tile and the shower, and you get your pulsating shower. Let's look at even the faucet. So they keep everything simplistic and playful. They use a lot of the different natural elements. You have your TV, and when you open this, you can open up to a lovely scenery. All right. So this is a recommended room. Of course, it's at a higher tier. And persons, to read more about these rooms, just visit my website, because I give a breakdown of kind of everything, so you can have a better feel of, you know, who does it suit, and if you're coming here, what room is best for you. Right in front of this pool area is another suite, and this is a room that has a nice fridge and a good area. So it's called the Boutique Hotel Room 1. All right. So out here you have your veranda area, and it's like a typical, like a Jamaican house type veranda. And when you step in here, this is kind of what makes it the suite. You have your fridge where you can put your drinks and your different things that you want to have for later and for snacks. Your storage area, and your bed is set up nicely for you. And I just love how they use the wooden finishes in this room, because it gives this kind of cottage vibe to it. You have an AC unit up there, and here is your closet area. You also have your hooks with your closet area. So you have your hooks for your clothes and with your closet area. All right, hold on there. I'm gonna just put back on the hook right there. And again, in the bathroom is another open concept bathroom area. So, persons, tell me how you feel about open concept bathrooms. Good, there are no dividers whatsoever in the bathroom, not even for the shower. How you feel about it? Write it in the comment section. And would you and your spouse be comfortable with an open concept? Or when you tell your spouse, boy, I need to use a bathroom, you need to leave and go and order something at the restaurant and come back so I can use the bathroom. Ladies, also please give me your views on these things. We men like to learn all of these things, so teach us as much as you can, please. And it's very nice. I mean, look at that. This is what you're waking up to. When you wake up and you open your doors and you walk straight out, this is what you're walking out to. All right? To find all the Kareem's Quest content in one place, visit the website kareemsquest.com. You'll see colorful adventure stories, a lot of pictures of Jamaica's beautiful landscape, and articles that highlight the many unique things about Jamaica. It's all at kareemsquest.com. So let's get going, and let me just start with the most basic pool area that they have. One thing I can tell you is that there are a lot of trees, and you can tell that we're up, in a good enough area with good temperature, because these trees only grow where the time is cool. If the climate is cool, these trees will grow, right? So, I mean, they can grow in other conditions, but ideally, cool temperature. Now, one of the things that stands out to me is this deck area right here. Just from the go, you look at the layout, and you look at the nice pool, and it's an infinity type pool. So you are looking at their football field, and I guess if there's a match that is being played, this is a lovely, like when you have those box seats when you go to those stadiums abroad. But this is the type of view that you're going to get. They also play a lot of cricket in this area, so cricket is big in this area as well. All right, so this is a nice lounge area, and if you look, you will see where they incorporate the different beverages that you can enjoy, and you have your canopy for your area. So if you don't necessarily want the sun, then this is something that you can have as a good relaxation area to go to. Now let's go to this area now. So this is definitely for the persons who don't want the sun and you just want to relax. You have your beach towel up here, you have your seating area down here, and if you just want to relax in your hammock and just chill out and lay back, and this must give you also an idea of what these type of resorts are. This is the type of resort that you're not going to have a lot of activities here. You have to love your own company. You have to love a sense of quietness and tranquility. All right. So be mindful of things like that. And every time even when you go on my website to view these reviews, kareemsquest.com, I'll always tell you what fits who, because sometimes persons go to the wrong places and they have the wrong idea in mind. All right. When you're going to places, people, always research who does the place cater to and what type of personality trait does the place cater to, because you don't want to go to somewhere that don't cater to you and then you might think that it's a bad place, but the truth is that it might just not cater to you. All right, so be mindful of that. Also, if you're having your lunch or you're playing dominoes or anything like that, you sit down here with your family, and they incorporate a lot of nature in this place. So there are a lot of trees, and nice trees too. I see fern, I see pine tree, just different trees that are kind of exotic trees, if you ask me, because it gives it that type of exotic feeling. All right, I think I want to go into the pool at some point. Let me feel the water. Okay, it's good temperature. It's good temperature, people. It's good temperature. All right, it's not too cool and it's not warm at all. All right, let us get going. Oh, and they put up a sign right here. So only food and drinks purchased on this property is allowed right here. So, all right, so I think the bar area, you can go to the bar area, but when it comes on to like this type of area to relax, I don't think they accept outsiders. You definitely have to be a guest at the property. So let's keep going. This is a quiet zone. Morning. How are you today? All right, my good man. Yes. All right. So here is a little kiddies area. And this is another thing about this place. It always changes. The owner always changes the design of the area. So if you have kids, it's definitely kids friendly. All right. You have your swing, you have your slide, you have your little play area with your grass. You have a kiddies house. Good. So you have different things for persons to come here and to enjoy themselves. So if you have kids and they want to spend time being creative, developing their motor skills, developing their spatial skills, this is a good area to carry them because they can have multiple different activities. They have, larger than life or larger than usual dominoes. So they have different playing elements. Okay, this is cool. They have like a climbing and they also have the truck. When I was a child, I used to love these things. Okay. And this truck also comes with the ability to play MP3 music. So it has a USB port in it. Oh my gosh. All right. Fancy. Let us get going. And now we're going to go up to the tree top restaurant. Now, this restaurant, well, it's called the Treetop Bar and Grill, to be exact. But this is definitely one of the standout features if you ask me about this hotel. And look at what they did. They really never tore down anything. They built around everything. All right. So we're going on an elevated ground right here, built with wood and metal. Again, look at the tree. This is another little lounge section, but this seems like it's a reserve section. All right. I mean, we can still go because we are Kareem's Quest, but this is a reserved section. And I guess if you have a small gathering or if you have a little private birthday party where you want your peace and your quiet and you want to have your function, in that type of setting, then this is definitely somewhere that you'd want to choose. And I guess they give you that option and they do the catering for you and things like that. So, yeah. All right, let's get going. Let's continue. Let me show you more. Okay. This is the bar and restaurant area. All right. Very nice. If you look at the layout, I love the use of white. You know what I mean? White. The use of white comes across in such an elegant manner. And look at this view right here. You can see the penthouse. So if you look right here, so you can pick the penthouse, which is right up at the top. Right up at the top right there. So where you see this little place right there, so that is where the penthouse is. All right. So look at how this is laid out. And the owner gives everybody the option of leaving a little token, right? So these are all signs of persons who have visited this place before. You can come and look around and see if you see a name that you recognize, which is, something that is very unique. I've never necessarily seen this concept anywhere else before, but this area is actually a nice area for dining. I've always loved it. I brought my mother here several years ago, and it was just a fantastic experience. All right, so let's look at the layout. Of course, when you're at this place, you're going to see a lot of quirky stuff. And this is this wooden beer on the table. So there are just some little unique things that they always try to put here to make this place stand out a lot. And you can't be anywhere and not be promoting Jamaica. So even if you look at the bar table right here, you will see Usain Bolt, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Chris Gayle. And in this area, you will also see some memorabilia. The owner seems to be heavily influenced by cricket. So you see a lot of cricket paintings along the way. Again, this looks like it is a reserved area. So when I say cricket memorabilia, you have things like this, like your bat, and you have your wicket that you poke in the ground. So these are all lovely things, and then everything just is a little bit different when you're here because even this is like the business card. So it's kind of translucent, and that's very different than what you are accustomed to. You see cricket Posters are all over the wall, and you can tell that there is influence there. This is also a reserved area, right? So this is also for private dining again. If you have your group of people and you want to, just kind of have a sense of privacy in terms of whatever it is that you're keeping, right here is really nice. All right. So come on, let me go to the bar area. Now we see a beautiful lady. What's your name?
Hi.
Eve. How are you, Eve? Eve, when person said they want drink, so let me ask you something real quick. Top alcoholic beverage for people is what?
Jamaican mule.
A Jamaican what?
Mule.
Mule, what is a Jamaican mule, Eve?
So it has pineapple juice, ginger beer, white rum, dark rum, and a little lime.
And that's the most requested one?
That's the most
Non-alcoholic.
a daiquiri. Normally strawberry or passion.
Okay, strawberry or passion. Now let's talk more a little bit about the food now. Most requested food item.
The pizza here.
The pizza. What type of topping?
It depends. Normally pepperoni or the jerk chicken.
Pepperoni or jerk chicken.
We also have a fully loaded which has all the basic toppings for a pizza. So they usually go for that one also.
All right, thank you so much. And then what is it for pastry?
Pastry. So we normally have black forest cake or chocolate.
Okay.
And then we also have ice cream. So strawberry or vanilla or chocolate.
There have it person. So Eve talking about it. So them have them pizza menu. The pizza that I tried was the jerk sausage pizza. And it was a nice pizza. They use a lot of cheese. They're heavy with the cheese. All right. So they're not stingy with the cheese with the pizza. So let us go. Eve, thank you so much. All right. We are going to go to another area now. And this is all like a decked area, so you're basically walking above the ground. It's on stills, kind of, and it's called tree house for a reason because there's a tree right there. So that's a mango tree that runs through the center of the bar and grill. Here's another tree that runs through it. So this is a tree house area, and this is now a relaxation space, and I love this craft. So the craftsmanship right here is just excellent. Legalize it. If you know what it is, write in the comment section. If you know what is it, if you're in Jamaica or Jamaican, it refers to something. If you know what it is, put it in the comment section. All right. So this is just a relaxation type thing. And then they make these canopies, basically, or these shades. If you look at them, they're made out of trees, and it's very unique. I mean, it serves its purpose very well because, of course, as the sun moves, you want to make sure that you're still in a shaded area. And look, if you look over there, so you can see it. So you look over there, so look, you see right there, so people, that's it right there, so good. So that's a little shaded area, and you get to see the ocean. Look at the ocean. Look at the ocean. Like even now, you have like fishermen out there, and the fishermen, they'll get the catch of the day, and you can go down there and go into the community. Of course, when you stay at places like these persons, you want to go into the community. Don't just come down here and just, I would say if you're coming down here, try to come down here for like 4 or 5 days. Because you don't just want to come down here and just stay in your room and just stay right here. So you also want to get the experience of the community. And Treasure Beach is a very unique community in the sense that it is kind of in a little space of its own in Jamaica in the sense that it's very isolated. So it's on the southern part of Jamaica, really away from the commercial areas and things like that. So the people down here, they believe in a sense of sustainability. They do their own farming a lot. You have a lot of villas also down here. So it's a nice, relaxing area to be. All right. So let me just move over from this space, and again, how they use, if you look at the trees and the plants, they feel exotic. They feel like they have a sense of, they're not common, so to speak, right? This is now the gallery. So there is a gallery here, and you can purchase the items. So a lot of the things that you see here, you can purchase them. I don't know if these are for purchase because these are actually autographed. So if you look here, you will see the man himself, right? Signed his painting right there. So this is signed. So all of these are basically signed. So I don't know if, see, John Barnes. Everybody content is signed, and you look at the again the craftsmanship is something that you can't overlook. Look at all of this. Look at just the attention to detail and how bright the colors are. Some really bright colors. And I'm a texture type person, so I like textured art. So even if you look at this one, this is a textured art. You have the she set, you have your sea shells, right? Let me not get a tongue twister right there. Your tree bark right there, and everything is textured in this one. This one is also textured, and I guess you would also have to ask the proprietor, or if you see any of the attendants here, you ask them, if you're into art, what's the cost for these type of things? And you have your wooden frog. So with this type of boutique hotel, it adds a uniqueness because it incorporates the art in the hotel itself. There's another area here. Let me see if I can get the light to be turned on so we can see more of the artwork. We can see more of the artwork. And let me see if I saw. So you can spot some famous persons as well. This is Lennox Lewis, who has strong Jamaican roots. This is a ship in some rocky waters. And let me see what else. Here down here are elephants. So if you're into arts, people, you love this, all right? If you're not into arts, you can look into the video and skip over to the other chapters of the video if that is what you want. And okay, and here's a little bit about the artist. His name is Ja Kalo, right? Artist Calvin Clooney. Ethiopian name, Gabre, can't pronounce the last name, and it means servant of the Lord. So you see the artist right there. And now we're exiting the property. How are you? So we're exiting the property right now. And this is basically a bird aviary. And look at this huge parrot that's there. And you see the other birds flying around. And they seem to be very compliant. They don't make up a lot of noise. So you don't have to worry about that. Quite a lot of them. Let's start with some of the rooms and see what is happening here. So this one is called Artist 1. And you have your closet again. These are locally made closet, as you can see. This is not something that got imported. You can notice the sticks that are used. You can see the nails that are driven through these sticks to make up this closet right here. You have your resting area, and then you have your rooms. And all of these bathrooms have an open concept. So if you look at this bathroom, there's a shower, there's no separation, there's just an indentation on the ground so that the water just runs basically through the drain. So there is an indentation on the ground, all right? Not to worry about that, but nonetheless, it's an open concept. And let's look at the light fixture, which is an old-time lantern. If you ever go hunting in the forest or you spend some time in the forest. So this is, I guess, one of their entry-level rooms. And in this room, you have, it's a basic setup. All right, you have your AC right there. Something that I found out, which was really cool. The light is right here. The light switch is actually right here, which is really cool because at the entrance door are the lights for the other areas. But I mean, sometimes when you're laying down in your bed, you don't want to be getting up and walking around and turning off the lights, especially when you're falling asleep. So this is it right here. And again, the bed head is made from our local wood. And that's another nice addition, if you ask me, because you still want to get the vibe of, homeliness and the vibe of nature. And they definitely try to keep things as natural as they can and as unpolished as they can, in the sense that, even though they add fixtures and they add doors and they have things like that, they do try to keep it a little bit rustic so you can get that vibe at all times. So that's it for here and for this room. All right. Another unique thing about this place is that a lot of things are so hidden. So I would just think that this is a hallway that's filled with artwork on both walls. But if you notice here, it's a overproof room, it's a red stripe, overproof room and red stripe room. It's actually a room right here. We never have thought that. All right. So look at the door, and it's an ice cold red stripe themed door. Let's go inside and see what inside looks like. All right. So you have your chest of drawer right there. You have your closet. You have a lovely flat screen TV. And this is a nice, cozy room, people. Good. I love the accenting walls. I love, again, the use of, Jamaican wood. And let's look at the bathroom area. Again, well, this one is not necessarily an open concept. And let's look at your faucet. So this is your faucet right here. The bathroom faucet. This is a grater for a lampshade. So there are just so many unique things. And if you notice that the rooms are very different, they have their own different little things. This is a star on the ground, and you have your shower over here and your rainfall shower head that just falls on you, and you have your toilet here. So for the couples who kind of like the little separation, this room might be, ideal for you, because not everybody likes the open concept. But if you're a couple, you should be able to can share those things. You need to know each other in every way possible. All right. After a day filled with so much walking, after now sit down and relax. Now, the room that I actually like the most is the bamboo room. All right. I just love how that room is laid out and how it just looks nice, and how they incorporate the bamboo molding and the different accents, bamboo accents in that room. So I love that. As usual, people, you can find extra content on my website, kareemsquest.com. Thank you so much for still viewing the videos. Thank you so much for liking the videos and sharing the videos. I appreciate it. All right. And remember, if you have not subscribed as yet, subscribe. Remember to click on the bell icon to get notified. You know what I mean? So when I put out content, you can find the latest content, and you can go to my website and get ideas of nice places in Jamaica to visit. Like, I always give insightful tips in terms of who the place best suits, and what are some of the things that I love about the place, and what are some of the things that you should have in mind whenever you're going to these various places. So this is Lashings Boutique Hotel. They actually have a sister property which is called Lashing Beachfront, and that's a different property altogether, but nonetheless, it was a pleasure.